Da, 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 da. Da, What's up, guys? It's the ODG again, and today I'm gonna review Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Today I'm gonna give you guys a spoiler-free review, so I'm not gonna have any spoilers. My spoiler review will be up as soon as I watch this movie like 3 or 5 more times, because I fucking really dug it, man. I really dug it. Bryan Johnson really threaded the needle with this one because in tone and in world building, the story progression, everything about this movie felt like a Star Wars movie. With that being said, it did introduce a lot of ideas, a lot of fresh takes on characters that you know really seem like new things. So we got some of the old and some of the new, and man, it worked fucking great. So this movie picks up exactly where the last movie left off. So obviously Rey met Luke, and that's where this movie picks up, and it establishes their relationship in this movie, but it is a different dynamic than we've seen between Jedi Master and Jedi Apprentice. And I've never seen a relationship in any of the Star Wars things I've ever viewed or read. I've never seen a dynamic like the one that Luke has with Rey. And it's a little bit strange. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit strange. But if you stick around till the end of the movie, it totally pays off, and it's totally reasonable they would go with something like this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You motherfuckers. To me, the character development of certain characters like Poe, Leia, and Finn were completely logical and completely natural for who they were, who had been established that they were, to who they, how they progressed in this movie was really cool. It was really natural. It was really seamless. So I felt like their characters got some of the best development. Kylo and Rey, the two main Force users of the new trilogy, they got very strange development. They had kind of like very parallel arcs to each other. They're kind of like mirror images of each other. And how their story unfolds in this movie is really strange, really. I mean, I can't say I didn't like it. I can't say it was bad, but it was very strange. And again, something new that still fits into the Star Wars lore. It still feels like Star Wars, but it's something that I haven't seen before, and that's one of the things that really kept popping up throughout the movie, and I really enjoyed. This movie also introduces a whole list of new characters we didn't even see in Force Awakens. Their characters are not fully fleshed out, but then again, neither were Finn, Rey, and Poe in The Force Awakens, and it's okay, man. Like, these characters added a lot to the plot. They moved the plot along. They helped a lot, and they were interesting characters that I'm looking forward to seeing a lot more of. So something that I love about the Star Wars films and all sci-fi in general, really, is the aesthetic. I like the ship designs. I like suit designs. I like all the little details that makes up a sci-fi world. And one thing that I didn't particularly like in The Force Awakens that this movie did a better job of was their vehicles and all that design stuff, because it felt derivative of older movies in The Last Jedi, but it felt new. It felt new, like new stuff that could have evolved from the other movies. As opposed to Force Awakens, which just seemed like they just used, oh, TIE fighters, oh, X-Wings, and I almost saw no new stuff in Force Awakens, and to me that was a little bit of a bummer. But in this one, it kind of nailed it on the head. A lot more new vehicles. The worlds weren't the same as we had seen before. Like Force Awakens had a planet that was kind of like Hoth, a planet that was kind of like Tatooine, a planet that was kind of like Dagobah. This shit saw a planet that we've never seen before. Yeah, man. Now, moving on to the story and the plot, which is the meat and potatoes of the thing. Now, they made a lot of choices that were super controversial. And to be honest, I've seen the movie only once to this point. So when I do my non-spoiler review, I'm going to give you guys more depth because I'm going to see it like 5 more times tomorrow and maybe 10 more times the day after because the movie was good. There are a lot of things that are controversial and I still don't know how to feel about them and I need time to process them. But it might be a lot of that might be my attachment to the characters and how I feel that they should go. If anybody's been paying attention to the interviews, Luke wasn't too happy how his story went in the movie because for the last 30 whatever years he has been or 40 whatever years or fucking 50 years he's been in his head. He's been thinking about Luke and how Luke's story would go. In this movie, you are gonna get a couple of gut punches and things you don't expect from certain characters. Not only Luke, just all the characters really. And it's gonna make you feel a little uneasy about it. But stick through it. If you really think about it, a lot of those are logical choices. So I ain't mad at it. Just like every other Disney movie, like the Marvel movies has done of late, this movie has a lot of comedy that feels out of place to me. It's like a little bit of the thing that they push for, like, hey, haha, it's a joke. It's mostly from the newer character, like the Finn and Rey and those characters. Their jokes really didn't land well with me. But the older characters, for some reason, like Leia, Luke, Chewie, their comedy for some reason just felt so natural, so organic that it made up. And you know what? It's not completely littered like a Marvel movie. It's not completely littered with comedy. Just a few moments here and there that felt out of place. But when the comedy lands, it does land and it's pretty funny and enjoyable. And it helps lighten the tone because this movie has a lot of heavy tones. At times it gets a little bit heavy, but they just put like a little bit of sweetener, you know. I personally like my coffee black, but some people like the little sugar in it, a little Splenda. So 2 packets. It's good. One thing that is... Hold on. Okay. Had to get a little burp out. Excuse me. So one thing that the other movies might have had that were a little bit tongue-in-cheek was social commentary. In this movie, you'll get that, but it's a little bit heavy-handed. To be honest, I don't mind social commentary in my movies, as long as it doesn't get in the way. And it feels like it gets a little out of hand, but still not enough to warrant saying, no, this is a trash movie. I don't need your liberalness, you liberal cucks or whatever. It's not that bad, but it does get a little bit in the way. I'm not gonna lie, but that's personal preference. You guys might find it endearing, but hey, to each their own. You like to be a cuck? Hey man, ain't nobody judging. So all in all, I really like the movie. I dug it. One thing I didn't mention was the cinematography was beautiful. Obviously, that was a given. The action scenes were dope. That was a given. They weren't as flippy as the prequel movies, but hey, you can't have it all be flippy, right? But all in all, this movie was super enjoyable. It might be a little too long for some people, to be honest. When you think the movie's gonna end, you're like, oh no, it's still got like a fifth of movie left. But at this point, it's minutia. I'm happy how it came out. And I'm happy that we're getting one more. I'm just pissed off that it's gonna be 2 years. 2 years of waiting. But hey, it is what it is. And yeah, if I dare say, as far as the movies are concerned, this movie really brung balance to the Force. No? Whatever. I thought it was funny. Yeah, it really does though. It really does though. But like I said, I'm gonna watch it a bunch more times. So my definitive score is gonna be in my spoiler review. So you guys keep an eye peeled for that. And as far as so far, I'm gonna go ahead and give this movie a 4.5 so far. But that's not my definitive score. So you guys just keep an eye peeled. Now, thank you guys for watching. If you like these videos, you can drop a like, subscribe. If you got some shit to say, go ahead in the comments. You can comment too. I don't know where these things are. I'm just assuming they're down here somewhere. But yeah, I'll catch you fuckers next time. ODG out.